Welcome back, everybody. Jake and Ed here for Week 3 college football. We're here for our predictions. We've got our list here. Pretty much the games we decided to go with this week are all top 25 teams. We did have the unfortunate UNC Charlotte game has been canceled. Does not, as of right now, look like that game is going to be rescheduled, which is tough because UNC really could have. Not that they needed the game against Charlotte, but
it will help the
yeah,
guys.
I don't think they had their best game last week against Syracuse, although the scoreboard says different. But if anything like last year, UNC is a fourth quarter team. They were one of the top 5 teams in the country when it came to fourth quarter scoring margins, and it showed last week against Syracuse. I think they would have manhandled Charlotte, but it would have just been good to continue their offensive, because that's their defense. Their defense is solid. Can't take that away from it. The offense, not that I think it needs work, but through the first 3 quarters,
yeah, I think they have need more work on the offensive line because he got sacked. I think.
Yeah, they gotta do a little better. He also had a couple of picks. Now Syracuse has a solid defense. Not gonna knock Syracuse defense. They have no offense.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about them.
The Cuse has no offense. Sorry for my straggly beer to be gone by the time we do our next one. But let's just, while we're talking about Syracuse, talking about the orange here.
Yes.
Syracuse at Pitt. Pitt is a heavy favorite. Let's see. Let's check real quick. Let's remember what the spread. I believe it was 21.5 or 22.
It was actually for Pitt. It was 22. It was 22.
That's a pretty decent spread in my opinion. Now Pitt, their first game, they put up 55 points, but they played Austin Peay. Whoop-de-doo, way to go! You beat up no one. But it's down to 21.5 seems to be the average. So 21, 22. Okay. At 21.5, that's 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
I don't think Pitt will have any issue putting up 3 extra touchdowns.
I mean, yeah,
on Syracuse.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito looked pretty good in his first week. So
if they're, I mean, Syracuse, they have a solid defense, but Pittsburgh's just gonna run it at you. They're gonna wear them down. Syracuse ain't gonna score. Their defense is gonna be on the field too long. I think Pitt has no problems covering the spread.
Sorry about that. I think I got a mistake. Kenny Pickett is the quarterback for Pitt, not Tommy DeVito. DeVito's for Syracuse. But yeah, Kenny looked pretty good in his first week. In the first week of their game, the first game of the week for them, and Syracuse is still working on their offense. So
their offensive line. And last year, Pitt had 9 sacks against Syracuse.
And Pitt is a really good defensive team.
Yeah, so really I don't think there's any issue there. So give me Pitt to cover the spread.
It's the same thing.
All right, that's an easy one. Now let's go to an even easier one. Oklahoma State,
Tulsa
against Tulsa.
That's gonna be a.
Oklahoma State had no trouble with Tulsa last year.
Yes.
They'll have no trouble this year. Offense is too strong. There's no way they're going to stop them. Underrated defense. Probably one of the better defenses Oklahoma State's had in a while. So I think they'll have no problem with the spread here.
Tulsa is looking bad. Last year they were bad, and this year I don't see it being good. And I think the numbers were 22.5.
Yeah, so give me. I don't care if it's 30.
Yep.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma State. 23.5. Give me Oklahoma State.
Yeah, so it's all Oklahoma.
Next game we're going to do. This is one that's interesting. Notre Dame at home, bringing in Southern Florida.
Yeah, Southern Florida.
It's a 24. Now on average, it's a 24-point spread. 25.5 is another spread they have, but on average, 24-point spread, which is what we're going with. The last time these two teams met, UCF won. Sorry, UCF. Southern Florida won.
Yeah.
I want to say that was 2011. Their first-year head coach. They haven't been bad.
No, even if a lot of people say they were weak a couple of years,
after Taggart left, he left them in pretty good shape. But I don't think they're going to have. They're not going to win the game.
No.
Notre Dame, offensively, I don't feel comfortable with them covering a lot of spreads, especially any that's. But to be fair, they could easily beat Southern Florida by 3 touchdowns.
Well, the thing is with my question I got about my biggest point with Notre Dame is last week they've been playing teams but not good teams.
Yeah, Duke's not. And Chase Bryce, former 5-star quarterback, Florida Clemson quarterback, but Duke's. I'm not sold on Duke, so that's not a very good
Duke,
win.
I think he got the quarterback got sacked twice against Duke, and I know Duke sometimes they don't have a good defense. And so for they still have Jordan McLeod, which been the quarterback for the last 2 seasons, so they have a chance to score points. And this is where our predictions kind of change, because I don't see Notre Dame covering the spread. I don't see
Jeff Scott, former offensive coordinator at a school I don't care to mention, but Clemson.
You gotta give them props.
Gotta give them their props, but I think he's gonna do fine there until a much better job. He'll eventually have a much better job.
Yes.
But as much as I hate Notre Dame's offense, I don't think they're a strong offense, but they're going to wear them down defensively.
Yes.
And all it takes is three touchdowns to cover this spread. So I'm going to take Notre Dame. I think they'll cover it. I'm not comfortable with them going the distance. I know a lot of people actually had a preseason split between them and Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Unless their offense gets rolling, give me Clemson to sweep them. I ain't got no issues with that. So that's where I am. Notre Dame cover spread. You think Southern Florida?
Southern Florida is gonna.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm okay with that. Here's another game that's. I think this will be a much better game. App State at Marshall.
Okay.
I believe it's a 4.5 point spread.
I think here we have another change. We didn't have the same. I call that opinion.
Yeah. So
if I'm right, you win with Marshall.
I'm going with Marshall to win the game outright. So I like App State. App State is always a good team. I got to sit here and pay.
Mm-hmm.
They beat us last year, although we put up double the numbers offensively. It's just we have hands down the worst head coach in America.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can't. There's no denying it.
Yeah, no.
We have the worst head coach in America. Should have never lost that game, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But I like Marshall. Marshall is always in the top 3. Of course, they're in Conference USA, but they have always had a good team. I think this will be a good game. But this is one of my 2 upsets for the week for me. So Marshall for me to win.
In my opinion, I give Marshall the props because I used to be a UConn fan and they beat us in the bowl game and it still hurts to the day I die. But I gotta give Marshall the props. Grant Wells has been a great quarterback for them. He looked really good last week. But App State is, even if they have a different coach, he knows the program, he knows what he's doing, and I think they're gonna win. That's my choice.
So you got outright. I'm gonna take Marshall to win. That's one of my upsets. Here's my other upset. All right, we got 14th ranked Central Florida. I got it right this time. UCF at Georgia Tech.
Okay,
I know I'm not jumping on any bandwagon. They had one game where they beat the worst team in America, Florida State. I'm sorry. Florida State is a straight dumpster fire. I don't care. And it's pathetic, too, because they have, according to 247 Sports, that they put out basically a team's ratings off of the talent that's on the team. They have almost a top 15 ranked talent. And when they're on the field, they look like JV. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's just flat out embarrassing.
The coaching program, that'll be good.
But I like Georgia Tech. I'd like to see Georgia Tech succeed because I know what it's like to have a bigger brother in your state be the powerhouse. Mm-hmm. For them it's Georgia, for us it's Clemson. So I like Jeff Sims, their true freshman quarterback. Watched him in the Elite 11. Hopefully he can clean up some of the mess that he had last week. But and Central Florida, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they won, honestly. I'm going to pick Georgia Tech to win the game. I would not be surprised if they... you know what? Even if they don't win the game, they'll cover the spread. I think Georgia Tech will at least cover the spread.
Okay.
I'm going to pick them to win the game,
For
though.
me, it's going to be...
Don't forget, 10 opt-outs right off the bat. Central Florida.
See, okay, before...
that's a lot.
I understand. For Central Florida,
monkey wrench
and that's why he's going with Georgia Tech. But for me, it's going to be Central Florida. They were great last year. They're going to play with the same quarterback with Daniel Gabriel. Of course, they lost their best wide receiver, but they still got good weapons. They still got the running game. They still got 2 or 3 of their last wide receivers, and I know they were going to play, so they're good. And I still think they can beat Georgia Tech. Of course, Georgia Tech is playing with a true freshman.
Yep, true freshman quarterback.
Jeff Smith.
Sims.
Jeff Sims. Sorry about that.
I mean, the guy when he cleans his stuff up, he's gonna be a stud.
So we have
whatever happened to Mackenzie Milton? Is he still?
I think he's.
Is he still recovering?
I think he's still recovering because
I haven't really kept up
too
too much
with Georgia Tech
with UCF. I do know. I mean, again, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd like to see Georgia Tech. Keep the ball rolling, flex your muscles.
Yeah.
Don't lose to UCF, the self-proclaimed national champs. Don't do it.
I'm still gonna give with UCF,
but I wouldn't be surprised. Then let's just go ahead, easy one. Clemson over Citadel.
Oh my God, that's an easy.
Let's just move on. Clemson
all the way.
will probably have their starters out of the game before halftime. So get ready to see a lot of the second, third string guys.
Just still being.
Man,
yeah,
it is
guys.
what it is.
It is what it is.
Clemson all the way.
Hopefully, for you guys, at least score some 6 points at least.
The other game I was actually looking forward to was Houston and Baylor. They've been postponed due to COVID. This is going to be happening a lot, so we just got to go ahead and get used
take
to
some
it.
losses here and there.
So that's rough. But I think our last game, which is a very intriguing game, which I believe they've actually moved in favor of Louisville at 2.5 points over Miami, and I like that. I like Louisville to win this game. I like Scott Satterfield. I think he's got that team in great position. I do not like Manny Diaz. I do not like Miami. Nothing. I mean, it's nothing. I understand they got their swag and everything. I'm not a fan of it. Their defense. Manny Diaz is a good defensive coordinator, but he's a Will Muschamp to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing they did land De'Aaron King, which could easily be a difference maker.
Yes.
On any team he goes on,
I was about to start talking about him because he looked great last week.
Yes, I mean, and that's the thing. But Louisville is going to spread the field, man.
Malik Cunningham.
This is going to be a good game.
I mean, for me, I think I'm going to go Louisville. I think that was my guess first because no offense to Miami, but Louisville, I mean, they're really good.
Going forward in the future, look out for Miami though, because if they get it right on offense, they're recruiting at a extremely high rate.
Mm-hmm.
They're landing elite defensive talent. They gotta bring in offensive guys though.
True.
They don't want to end up just because that's where so many teams are really struggling. They're just overpowering on defense. But if you can't outscore, because you have to beat Clemson.
Yeah.
You have to beat Clemson. If you can't score with Clemson, you're not going to out defense.
Well, it's not going to happen. Then you got like Oklahoma, a team that can score a lot too.
Yeah, you've got to be able to move the ball. You got to be able to score points. And I mean, if De'Aaron King was coming in a couple more years into Manny Diaz here, and they've built that defense,
they should be a threat.
Yeah, but I don't think they're there yet.
So
before everyone is the U is back. Not yet.
Give them more.
Texas will be back before the U.
Yes. Give them a couple years more, and that would be good.
Yeah, but it's just they got to get the offense going. But that is going to be probably the best game of the week. I'm really looking forward to it. And this is one I've been saving.
Yeah.
And not that it's going to be a great game, but Louisiana Lafayette.
Yeah.
The reason I saved them for last.
Because they shocked us last week.
Not a shock at all.
Well, to me it was.
Fire Coach Boone. And let's go and get one of the best young head coaches out there. I mean, the guy, Billy Napier has proved himself.
He did.
He has proved himself. And I think they're going to continue to roll. They had their 11-win season last year.
Yes.
If they had 12 games this year, give it to them again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've already beat probably the hardest team on their schedule.
Yes.
And they handled them
and let's not forget,
easily.
Levin Lewis and Peter LeBlanc looked pretty good last week.
And they're going up against a former offensive line coach, interim head coach when Spurrier bounced on us. Sean Elliott, my man. No disrespect, Sean, but I mean, you guys are. And also just a little side note, just in case any little Tennessee fans are watching, although y'all wiped the floor with us last year. How did it feel to lose to Georgia State? At least when we lost to App State, at least that's a team. You know, they're known for knocking off big teams. But Georgia State's not. So
yeah, they're still like recovering, like trying to build a team.
Salt in the wounds, baby.
But for Georgia State, they started a new freshman quarterback is going to be playing because their last quarterback from last year, he's not playing this year. He opted out. He's going to be on the staff, so.
And opting out, man, that's old news. No more opt-outs. We need more opt-ins. Guys getting back in to play. But you know what? If you've opted out, you're out. You don't deserve to come back.
And let's see what's going to happen to them.
Yeah,
it's going to be
Louisiana
the first
Lafayette easily covers. That pretty much sums up all the games.
Yeah, pretty much the one to the side
for this week. And Mondays, is when we do our results, reveal our results.
Who's right, who's wrong.
So we'll be going from there. Yeah. Hopefully I landed on the
winning side.
I'm pretty confident. And again, I'm okay with my two upsets. Come on, Georgia Tech. I'm on your side. A-Town, baby. I'm on your side.
I'm just still thinking I got the right choices, but you never know. Good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you take the dub.
But that's South Florida. I mean, I just want South Florida to prove that Notre Dame is just all hype and they can't deliver.
Yep. And thanks everybody who stopped by and watched this. We are a new channel. We're going to continue going forward. This is something we've wanted to do for a while, and I'm an SEC guy, so I know we actually have until next week before our games start.
For us, we still got to wait until we get a schedule, which we don't know yet.
He's a Boise State fan, so we're still waiting to see if they're going to get a season.
Just converted this year.
So we're a little late getting into the game, but we'll be having predictions. We'll be trying to cover some news. Just another channel to bring you some news. If you enjoy our personalities. If you want to drop us some questions,
please.
Also, feel free to talk trash. I don't
go for it.
I enjoy it. I thrive off of it. It's good. It's healthy competition. And we'll be back next week with our results, and then we'll continue on. Probably Fridays and Mondays is when we'll post.
Yeah.
And then we may have
happens,
Yeah,
we're going to post it early.
Yeah, we'll have some reactions here and there and bring some news. But that's pretty much it. And don't forget to give us a subscribe if you like to see more. It wouldn't hurt to like the video.
Yeah,
it would definitely help us out. But until next time, I'm Jake.
And
we're out.